Hey guys, this is Hal for HES Ultimage. For personal channeled messages, go to hesultimage.com, and for DLC energy bracelets. These come in 8 different colors and 3 different variations of metal colors. So there's gold tone, black tone, and silver tone. They're really great, super comfortable, so check them out. Other than that, make sure that you check out the free mini monthly reading contest. Just go to my channel, search for the free mini monthly contest video, and then just leave a comment and you could win it, alright? Okay, that said, let's get to your message. Hey Leos, this is Hal for HES Ultimage, and this is your channeled message for February 2016. Hey guys. Alright, so I have to say yours is really straightforward. Sometimes I get those messages that are just like so direct and don't require a lot of legwork. That I'll just give it to you. And I'll give you examples and stuff the way I always do, but I gotta just be honest that you've got a really direct one this month, alright? So first part of that is it's time to get busy. It's time to get active. It's time to get out there and make things happen. All right. And this is the biggest thing. Like, okay, I don't like using the word manifestation most of the time because it annoys me because it's so meta and it's gotten such a reputation of like, okay, when you manifest, you just get anything you want or something. I don't believe in that at all. But that said, I do believe that we can use our free will to try and build things and get things moving and get balls rolling, and make stuff happen. As far as what will wind up happening, it's a series of events. However, in February, you're in the perfect position to start using that free will to make things happen, to get things rolling, and to trigger things, all right? Okay, so I got the duration for, whatever the period was up until this point was too long. Your education is complete when it comes to what you had to learn to get things moving now. So whatever you're doing that you're kind of starting up in February, it's probably something that you've been, getting pieces on, even if that was just a little research. So, okay, giving you some examples now. If the thing you want to get moving is something with health and fitness, then maybe you looked up a gym or a nutritionist or a really healthy, balanced meal plan or something like that. For people as far as other types of things like building a business or something, this might be a good time to start taking some more concrete steps towards that. Now, again, it's whatever the situation is, it involves that there's been education and research in the prior few months or half year, whatever year, that is, leading up until this February point where you actually start taking concrete steps. When I say concrete steps, I don't even mean just planning, I mean literally getting your hands dirty by making connections, writing something if you're a writer, or creative, if you're a creative and you've been thinking of making a sculpture, making a painting, if you're a writer, something, a novel or a poem or lyrics or anything like that, or if you're into music, making music. This is the perfect month to start literally, okay, for a musician, playing on your instrument, notating, writing the actual song. Writer to actually sit down in front of the computer and pound some stuff out there, all right? The point is you need to start actually physically using your hands and your mind to create something in the physical plane, okay? All right, give me one sec. I want to make sure that I get everything here. Okay. The other thing that I got was dreaming is not enough, all right? And I kind of touched on that very lightly in the beginning when I said about that term manifestation. Some people go, if you pray hard enough or you meditate hard enough, you can get everything you want. It doesn't matter what it is. And I have to put this forward. I always tell people this, but I can't stop telling it until I told everybody. It's not how things work. We all have certain roles to fulfill. We all have certain things that we're meant to do within our time, and there's no way of breaching that. So it's like, when you're creating things and all, it might wind up teaching you something that's not related to your goal. It might bring you into a place that's unrelated to what you were working towards initially. You have to keep this in mind. you know, and humanity in general should keep this in mind, but this is important to keep in mind when I give you your advice, because I don't want people to think it's just about, okay, I'm going to pray for a love partner and that's the end of it, and that's what I'm going to get, and I'm going to get exactly what I want. That's not what I mean when I say manifesting or creating in real time. It's about creating something in the physical plane. Okay, since I haven't used this example yet, I'll throw in this example as well. For those of you who maybe have been thinking a lot about love lately or thinking a lot about relationships, then it would be a good time to get yourself out there and experiment. Because again, physical plane work. This means that it would involve you meeting another person and seeing where it goes. Again, when it comes to using our free will, all we can really do is try and make things happen in reality and in the physical plane. You know, it's not about dreaming things up and hoping it'll, like, that if we dream it hard enough, it becomes exactly what we want. You know, in creative work, that's a little different because you can try and perfect your craft and everything. But when it comes to things that, you know, involve external forces, like jobs and careers, relationships, to some extent, even creative projects when you have co-creators, you know, people who are working with you. There's only so much we can control. But in February for you guys, because I want you to keep in mind, it's not about controlling what you can't control. That's not what it's about. It's about just taking your hands, making whatever you can make work or move, and that's good enough, all right? And that's a great friggin' start. Sorry, but it's just I get very passionate about this because the fact that I think it's taught wrong a lot of the time in metaphysics. And whoever I can help get it right, I want to help. All right. So anyhow, that said, again, February is a month of getting your hands into things, making things tick, all right? Because that's the other thing. Sometimes all we have to even do is trigger things, influence things, you know, actually take action. All right, taking action is the biggest thing in February. You know, I would say it's not even the destination that matters, it's the fact that you take action in February. All right. Okay, give me a second because I want to make sure I get the rest of the bullet points here. All right. Okay. Okay. And this is the last key point that I have here, and it was like, are you doing the dance? All right. So that means, like, I think with this, it's like, are you exchanging? Are you, okay, again, physically getting things done? Um, and in that, you know, whole process, there's going to be a fast pace and a natural rhythm that results from doing this. And I think it also has to do with momentum because earlier in this reading, it was this idea of you've been thinking a lot, you've been planning a lot, you've been, you know, mulling things over, weighing your options a lot, and this is the month to really push off, kind of like a swimmer before they do like a race where they push off the wall. It's kind of like you're pushing off the wall, okay? So then you go through your full full stroke, if you will, of that swimming analogy where you're in a regular rhythm. All right, and I would also say if you've been a little static or a little bit uh, lacking activity, kind of, you know, laying back and not really doing a lot of work, that sometimes you need to kind of get a little bit done to get you motivated and to keep that ball rolling, all right? So there might be a little bit of effort that you have to make towards committing to your action and really continuing action, keep it spinning. But once you get past that hurdle, it's pretty simple in February. And again, the simplest thing you could possibly do, it's just get involved, all right? So that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.